Here we are on Clothesline, the show where we wring them clean, string them up and put them to dry on the clothesline. It's the season of returning things, and things returning, and I'm not just talking about Tanu weds, Manu returns. Not even ghar wapsi. To protest the perceived growing intolerance in the country, many writers from across the country have returned their awards. And here is a list of people who have returned their Sahitya Academy and Padma Shri awards, which is getting longer and longer every single day. And we threw in Chetan Bhagat and Shobha De's name in that list to see if you're paying attention, which many of you are not, thanks to the age of Twitter and Facebook, where people have attention spans as short as Chirag Paswan's acting career. And I'm talking about Bollywood, not what he's up to now, which is also acting. Since people are all about returning stuff, we have a few suggestions from Newslaundry. Could Vijay Mallya please return his debt? Could Subrata Roy please return the money of his depositors? Could Rahul Gandhi and the Gandhi family please return 60 years of our lives, even though most of you watching are well below that age? You would get extra credits. Could Aishwarya Rai please return the ticket money for her comeback film? And could Modi ji please return the plank of development that he was walking on while campaigning, but is now being used as firewood by what many would call the lunatic fringe, but are so many and so fashionable that they are no longer just a fringe, they are the Savna cut. Last time on the Clothesline, we showed you how dengue has been causing havoc in Delhi. But a mosquito is finally a mosquito. It does not know any boundary of Delhi or Mumbai or Aam Aadmi or film stars. Because according to India TV, this is what happened in Mumbai.
अनिल कपूर जितेंद्र के घर डेंगू मच्छर का लार्वा मिला. इसके अलावा जूही चावला के घर भी डेंगू का लार्वा मिलने पर इन्हें नोटिस जारी किया गया है.
Was this news? And they had the audacity to put a Gateway of India photograph for Juhi Chawla? I know she's getting old, but that's stretching it. If Juhi Chawla is a 20th century monument, what am I? Purana killer? So, a few days ago, there was a very high-profile visit to the United States of America of someone who wears his religion on his sleeve, someone whose each move is noticed by the media, whose speeches have a remarkable impact, someone who is worshipped by his followers, if not as God, but as his incarnation on earth, someone everyone wanted to click a selfie with. I'm of course talking about the Pope. What did you think? Really, people? Think different. Now, usually Modi ji visits are a big blow to NDTV. This time, the Pope's visit was a big blow to NDTV because they ran this ticker. Crusader Pope? Really, NDTV? Crusader? Is that what you came up with? The last person to make such a gaffe was this man who used the crusade word to describe his war on terror. Now, rumor has it, most people in the NDTV stable fancy themselves mildly smarter than the dubia. For those who aren't from NDTV and may not know better, which even NDTV didn't, as they believe they should have, crusades are the holy war between Muslims and Christians. So calling a pope a crusader is almost equivalent to calling a Muslim scholar a jihadi. No wonder we see Barkha's reaction doing facepalm so often. From one demigod who revels in over-the-top costume changes to the other. The most talked about aspects of Prime Minister Modi's visit to the United States were the meetings with Silicon Valley CEOs. All these meetings with the CEOs of Google, Apple, Facebook had tongues wagging, not in India, but in Pakistan. Like a typical Desi parent, the Pakistani media lashed out at their Prime Minister Nawaz Sharif. Kyun Nawaz? पड़ोस की मोदी आंटी दा बेटा 90 मार्क्स लेके आया और तूने कमा सेकंड डिवीजन तेनू की होया खोते.
इंडिया के प्राइम मिनिस्टर जब भी आते हैं तो उनकी टीम उनके लिए बेहतरीन मौके पैदा करके रखती है और बड़ी कंपनी से मुलाकात होती है और हम ब्रुकलिन के ग्रोसरी स्टोर के मालिकान से मिल रहे होते हैं. तो हमें हमारा कब अप्रोच होगी, आपकी टीम कब ऐसा होगी कि जब ऐसा हो कि आप आए तो आपकी बड़ी बड़ी मुलाकात हो जिससे पाकिस्तान का कद बुलंद होता है.
ओहो हो आप ग्रोसरी स्टोर के मालिकों से मिलके आ जाते हैं, says the Pakistani journalist to his prime minister. I'm offended. Mr. Pakistan journalist, every grocery store from New Jersey to the Bay Area is owned by a Patel bhai or a Sindhi bhai who will have all the time for Modi ji and none for Prime Minister Sharif. But that was not all. The comparison was at every level.
PM Nawaz room costed $8,000 per night. और तकरीबन कोई नरेंद्र मोदी stayed in a room of $1,100.
Really? How expensive was his hotel room compared to Prime Minister Modi's? This desi competitiveness reminds me of this.
My son is not independent or modern. No. In fact, he's very old-fashioned and very dependent.
Really? Well, my son is married with children and he's still happy to live at home with me and rely on me for everything. Such a good boy.
Well, Mike's son can't even boil an egg or tie his own shoelaces without my help. That's how dependent my son is.
Oh, shoelaces? My son still wears those shoes with the Velcro straps. And if I'm not there to help him, he puts them on the wrong feet.
Big deal. My son is so dependent that he cries every time he's hungry. And he eats his own snot.
I'm still breastfeeding.
Me too.
हद है बस अब इसकी कसर रह गई.
Well, how big is his danda?
How big is his danda?
You tell me.
Now that we've laughed enough at the Pakistani media and their Prime Minister, one thing does strike you. Can you imagine an Indian journalist having the courage to ask such a question to our Prime Minister? यहाँ तो even the Prime Minister's right-hand man has anchors stuttering and stammering.
आप इतने उछल कर 5 दिन से दादरी कर रहे हैं राहुल कंवल, जहाँ पर हिंदू लड़कों को मार दिया गया है. वहाँ पर कितने अरेस्ट हुए आपने स्टडी किया है?
शिकायत है वेस्टर्न यूपी में कि कार्रवाई नहीं हुई.
शिकायत नहीं है, हकीकत है. और राहुल कंवल क्यों चुप है मैं पूछना चाहता हूँ. आज तक क्यों चुप है मैं पूछना चाहता हूँ.
हमने सवाल
आप लोग भी समाजवादी पार्टी के साथ मिले हुए
नहीं, हम किसी से नहीं मिले. वो तो हमसे बड़े परेशान रहते हैं.
अगर जर्नलिस्ट भी ऐसे हो जाएंगे तो मुझे लगता है
हमने पहले आपको.
The one event that made my eyes well up with tears was Narendra Modi's Facebook event.
अड़ोस पड़ोस के घरों में बर्तन साफ करना, पानी भरना, मजदूरी करना.
No, not that reason. My eyes welled up because कितने अरमान थे मेरे कि newslaundry would be the first to host Narendra Modi in a Facebook town hall meeting. I had even chapoed the posters, invited guests, run promos on television. पर end time पे show cancel हो गया. फूटी किस्मत. For that, one needs luck like Mark Zuckerberg.
Or you need
Makhan.
and change your DP to this, or learn to dance like a brother.
Oh, yeah.
Safaigiri.
I was the one who taught him how to dance. Go. Makhan bhi le gaya. On 2nd of October, the first anniversary of Swachh Bharat Abhiyan, the India Today group organized the Safaigiri Awards, which they announced with no breaking news and no commercials during the awards ceremony. But आज से कितना पैसे कमाओगे? इतना नहीं कि मोदी का प्यार खरीदा जा सके.
बड़ा सौदागर बन गया है रे. तू अभी इतना अमीर नहीं हुआ बेटा.
कि मोदी को खरीद सके मित्रों.
Now let's play a game. I'm going to announce a series of news headlines and you have to tell me which is real and which is satire. Somnath Bharati's pet dog, Don, gets a clean chit from the court.
Satire.
No, that's real news. In the Bihar elections, Lalu Yadav's elder son is reported to be 25 and the younger son to be 26 years old.
Satire.
No, that's real news again. Sundar Pichai's father-in-law is marrying at the age of 70 plus and that was covered in the news.
Satire.
No, that's real news. 8 of the Iranian women football team are not women. They are men looking for a sex change.
Satire.
No, that's real news reported by the Daily Telegraph. A pigeon stuffed in a rocket and blasted to please Andhra Pradesh Congress leaders.
Satire.
No, that's real news. I think they thought the pigeons needed the escape velocity of Jupiter. Vijay Goyal had posters outside his house comparing Narendra Modi and Mahatma Gandhi.
Satire.
No, real again. A panel formed by the Aam Aadmi Party has recommended to increase Delhi MLA salaries fourfold to up to 3 lakhs per month.
No way.
It's real. Okay, how about this one? The government is planning a ban on all the non-veg jokes to promote vegetarianism all over the country.
Real news?
No, that's satire. But who knows when it becomes real news? And then it would be a moot point. Now, the media has been called various names in the past. There is prostitute, news traders, but Lalu Prasad Yadav has raised the bar or lowered it, depending on which side of the bar you're on. किधर है बम्बू?
बोला है मेरे नाम से। उनको क्या कहना है? ये कोई शैतान आदमी ही है जो इस तरह का बात मेरे मुंह में डाल के चला रहा है।
ओहो लालू जी, गुस्सा थूक दीजिए। एक्चुअली नो, वो तो सारा टाइम वैसे ही करते रहते हैं। आप डब स्मैश कीजिए।
प्यारे भाइयों और बहनों, अच्छे दिन हिंदुस्तान के एक एक गरीब आदमी को मुफ्त में 15-20 लाख रुपए भी मिल जाए।
So in case you miss any of Modi's rallies in Bihar, you can still attend Lalu's, because if not original, you will at least get the cheap imitation. Times now has been setting new records on the number of guests on a panel, from 6 to 8 to 10 and even 12. But now they have a new record of the number of guests on a panel who are speaking together simultaneously. Not 2 or 3, that we're used to, but 5, well done.
You are writers above question.
Even a kindergarten student is smiling and laughing at you all.
M.R. Venkatesh, we can make the same point in a civil manner.
No, Arnab, you can't. Then it wouldn't be the news hour. Arnab, don't make it civilized or even civil. In the absence of any decent action films, we turn to you. You are bread and butter. No, really. Dekho.
Intellectuals in this country mean which side of the bread is buttered. That is what they should know. And this bread was invariably buttered on the left-hand side of the bread.
If the bread was buttered, then why are you not following the government?
The point is,
buttering his bread?
Nobody is buttering my bread.
And then the perennial entertainer on the news hour, Sambit. Patra.
See, I'll answer that in a very subtle way. Please get the point and don't take it otherwise.
जरा दर्द से मैं बोलूंगी। अरे तुम्हारी इसी सटलनेस पे हम मरते हैं संबित जी।
See, I'll answer that in a very subtle way. Please get the point.
By God की कसम, be subtle, standing by for subtlety.
If someone saves the tiger, then someone is called as a great environmentalist.
What?
If someone saves the dog, he is called as a great social worker.
What?
If someone saves the cow, then he is called a Hindu fanatic.
I don't understand what you're saying.
This is the problem with the nation right now.
Hey, that's not subtle. That's kathal ki sabzi, which makes no sense, right? Just like Sambit. I really must wrap up because I'm becoming as nonsensical as a serious TV debate, and we're merely satire. But we do appreciate a sensible rant when we see one. We're on the same page as Shobha Day, not of her passionate pulp novels, but this viewpoint.
I just want to say this, if you would care to listen politely, that the real conspiracy right now seems to be to stifle independent voices, to attack writers and thinkers and poets and filmmakers and anybody who is seen as a dissenter.
Before I go, we also had our caption contest, and this episode's winner is Sujoy Lahiri. Yay! Congratulations, Sujoy, and keep the submissions coming. Remember to participate in our next caption contest to get your name on the next episode of Clothesline. Well, that's a wrap for this time. If you saw any moments from journalism that made you go, oh wow or oh crap, write into us or tweet to us. Subscribe to our newsletter and support our I Pay to Keep News Free campaign. We are the change. You are the change, for better or worse. Never do nothing. Stay connected. Stay online. If you enjoyed that, click up here to support us and down here to subscribe. Be sure to check out our older episodes and the other stuff we do, like Can You Take It, I Agree, panel discussions, comics and animations, and much, much more.